Hello and good day everyone. I am Hazim Syahmin from Group 8 along with Voon, Sean and also Farah. Before we move on to further part, I would like to express my highest gratitude and appreciation to our beloved English lecturer Dr. Rohaya Kahar who guide us through this course UHLB 2122. So this is our poster. We are assigned to present the e-poster based on academic paper topic. As for our group, we decided to choose depression among university students as our topic since this is considered important to be aware since it seems to be worse nowadays. Let me borrow your attention throughout this presentation, and if you guys have any inquiries, feel free to ask later at the end of the session. Even though the world has turned in 2021, depression can still be considered as the most worrying issue as it is most likely attacking the youth, especially among university students. Have you ever asked yourself whether you know what depression is? Depression, or also known as major depressive disorder, is a common and serious medical illness that negatively affects how you feel, the way you think, and how you act. Fortunately, it is also treatable. Depression causes feelings of sadness and or a loss of interest in activities you once enjoyed. It can lead to a variety of emotional and physical problems and can decrease your ability to function very well at work and at home. Now, Voon will help you to understand more about depression.
Thank you, Hazim. Hello guys, I'm Woon. Now I'm going to present about the second part of our poster, which is the causes of depression among university students. Firstly, the depression among university students is caused by the stressful life events through the mediating role of fatalism and co-self-evaluation CSE. In university, the amount of tests and the mountainous pile of the assignments that comes together has become one of the stressful life events that frequently faced by the university students, especially the students who are believe in fatalism. Because of that, whenever they are stressed, they will think a lot and have a negative thought about it. Besides, the fatalism will also lower the core self-evaluations of the students who are believe in fatalisms compared to those who are not accept this concept. And this kind of belief had eventually increased their risk of depression. Next, the depression can be caused by the impaired family function of the university students. The family that has bad relationship and always fighting or arguing with each other will give a negative impact to their children. Poor parental relationship, lack of family support, less concern from the family, these are all the things that will eventually make them feel lonely because they have lost a place called home for them to complain. And combined with the stress on the schoolworks, this ultimately will lead them to a higher risk of depressions. Lastly, the depression among university students is caused by the financial problems of the students. As we know, studying in university needs a lot of fees, and for the students who have the poor economic conditions, they will have more difficulties to afford the university fees. Therefore, they will be more stressed compared to others who have no worries about their financial problems. Moreover, during this pandemic COVID-19, some of them have lost their job and means they have lost their regular income, which were the source to pay their school fees. Loss of income and job security can lead to a worry, anxiety, and strains on the family relationship because they were the one who provide a source of income for their family before the pandemics. As a result, it will become their significant treasure contributor as their family may be too hard on them because they cannot provide them as much as they can do before.
Next, I'll discuss about the symptoms that they might have. Students may result to suffer in silence as they could not manage their stress. Students who run into stressful life events are more likely to develop a pessimistic self-evaluation, ergo lose their feelings of self-efficiency in coping with negative incidents and experience a higher level of emotional volatility which led to lower their CSE level. They will choose to give up and let the depression to control them. Students who believe in fatalism will have lower core self-evaluation compared to other students. Depression will also change the mindsets of the student and also their lifestyle. It will cause them to feel carefree about themselves. For instance, students with depressions are more likely to eat unhealthily. Although they know that consuming unhealthy food will bring harm to them, but they will still consume it nevertheless because they tend to do whatever they favor without thinking of the consequences. They always feel sorrow and often have negative perceptions towards everything. They will also have limited physical activeness, which is inappropriate for them since they are still young and growing. They tend to feel more tired and exhausted after doing some minor work and lack of energy and motivation to accomplish something. Moreover, it affects the student's academic self as they lose interest in studies. They may feel a sense of disappointment, failure, or in despair in life. It can indeed be psychologically detrimental to them. Therefore, all of these issues experienced will eventually leave a scar that can cause depressions even after a long time.
As mentioned before this, we know that depression is a mental sickness that will affect our daily lives. That is why we definitely do not want depression to be part of our lives. Firstly, to prevent depression, one must have a moderate level of self-esteem. As we know, self-esteem is tightly related to self-confidence. If one has a low level of self-esteem, then he or she will not have the confidence in themselves to do anything at all, even if it is a very simple task. This situation often leads to self-blame, where they will start to blame themselves for being useless. They will be even more upset if they receive comments like, "You are such a good for nothing," "You are so useless," or "Why can't you do anything right?" On the other hand, if one has too high of a self-esteem level, they tend to be overconfident, and we do not want that too because it makes you hard to be approached by people around you. Therefore, a moderate level of self-esteem is the best for one to keep depression away. Next, the level of mastery is also important. Level of mastery is the possession or display of great skill or technique. If one has a good level of mastery, then he or she will be satisfied with their own work. They will not be put down by negative comments because they know what they are capable of. For instance, if one has a poor academic performance, it doesn't mean that he or she is bad at doing other things. They might be good at socializing and tackling other people's emotions. Therefore, we must know our own strength and weakness and keep those in mind to prevent criticisms that will make us feel depressed. Last but not least, family members are also playing an important role to deal with depression. Family members should be there for each other no matter what because family members are the closest ones to us. Whenever we feel down or we face a problem, we tend to keep it to ourselves because we feel insecure to share it. This is where family support kicks in. We shouldn't be uncomfortable with our own family members, and we should share the problems with them. They can help us and give us advice because they always want the best for us. Although it is not easy to control our own emotions to prevent depression, but at least we can do our best to reduce the impact that it will bring.
To sum up, problems like stress, depression, and anxiety are serious issues not only for college students, but all. One must be ready to ask for support of his or her family or friends for help. This is a dangerous disease, thus one must be ready to take support and mentoring as early and appropriately. College must create more effective and warm environment for its students to better cope up with the system and adapt it rather than getting depressed and emotionally breaking and getting psychological problems. That's it. Thank you for lending us your ears. Take a good care of yourself and stay safe.